All right, everybody. Just had a little bit of technical difficulties. Happy Saturday! Happy Saturday, everyone. I'm excited to do this live. I was going to talk to you guys a little bit about how to become your own bank. But before I go over that information on how to actually become your bank, I want you to know that the information I'm going to share with you today over the next few minutes, this is information that the wealthy have been doing for years, for a very long time. So the information I'm going to share with you on this live, it's not new information. It's information, especially in our community, an African American community. I really believe it's very important that we have the education on how to become our own bank. For those of you all that do not know me, my name is Carl Wilkins. I am a full-time entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur now for the last 10 years. Actually, August will be my 10th year as an entrepreneur. A lot of ups, a lot of downs. You know, the good, bad, ugly of entrepreneurship in the initial beginning. All the bumps and bruises, triumphs, you name it, right? But what I've come to realize is that anything worth having, you have to be consistent, you have to be persistent. And just because you're told no, or just because you are maybe face some adversity in building your business, building your brand, writing your book, releasing your film, you're going to face adversity because anything good in life, getting your education, going back to school, becoming a nurse practitioner, getting your master's degree. It's not easy, but it's worth it, right? If that's what you desire to do, anything that is good in life, anything that is worth having, you must be persistent, all right? I don't believe it's any different as it pertains to being an entrepreneur. You have to be persistent, and people trust a brand that is consistent. So let's talk about becoming our own bank, all right? When you think about becoming your own bank, I want you to think about the financial institution, the banking institution. We know that the banks, they give us less than 1%, right? If you look at your financial statement at the end of the year, you will see that the banking system is giving not just you, but all of us less than 1% on our money, okay? And I don't know if you guys have heard of this particular product. It's called Index Universal Life, okay? So Index Universal Life, it is an actual life insurance policy, okay? You may say, what does becoming your own bank have to do with life insurance, right? I have insurance. I have it through my job. I have it through the military. Just hear me out. Index, INDEX, Index Universal Life Insurance. Index Universal Life Insurance, okay, does three things. It's really a one-stop shop to me because it allows you to have $100,000, $250,000, $500,000, $1 million to leave to your family when you leave. It also gives you income that you can take out of the life insurance policy. If you were to have a critical, chronic, or terminal illness, you can accelerate 90% of the policy to take care of any medical expenses if you were to have a critical or chronic illness. And the third thing that an Index Universal Life Insurance policy actually helps with, it helps as a supplemental retirement. So we're talking about Index Universal Life Insurance, not whole life. Whole life is good. Whole life is the flip phone of the life insurance. This is the new iPhone 13. Index, so just like life insurance has evolved over time, just like cell phones have evolved over time, so has insurance. It is no longer only the benefit to be left behind to your heirs. You can have living benefits through certain kinds of life insurance. So I titled this Be Your Own Bank because I want to show you guys today how you, for those of you that qualify, for those of you all that qualify based on your age, based on your health, because it is a life insurance policy, your health has to be decent to get approved. Your health is a big determining factor to even get approved for an index universal life policy. So we're talking about the banks. When you think about the financial institution, the banks, they give us less than 1%, but the banks, they take that money and they invest it into life insurance. Most people, we view investing into insurance maybe as a bill, where in the banks, it's an investment because they're investing into index strategy. They're investing in index strategies. Listen to me. Remember, the purpose of life insurance in 2022, the index universal life insurance, the purpose of the index universal life insurance is not only if you pass away, your family receives this amount of money. It has two other features. If you get sick, critical, chronic, or terminal illness, heart attack, stroke, a critical, chronic, terminal illness, you can accelerate 90% of the policy amount while you're living to cover expenses. All right? Third thing, the index universal life insurance policy has a growth component for retirement supplemental, wherein, let's just say you save on a monthly basis into this index policy. Remember, it's curating three things. It's giving you life insurance for your family if you pass. It allows you to be able to accelerate money from the policy if you have a critical or chronic illness while you're living. And the third thing, a portion of what you pay monthly goes towards cash value. It builds a cash value component. Okay, so for example, if you were to save, let's just say, for example, $500 monthly. Remember, this is for your retirement. This is for your long-term care if you were to get ill. This is for a legacy that will be left to your family. A big part of that $500 monthly is going towards cash value, cash accumulation. So you titled this call to become your own bank. What does life insurance have to do with becoming my own bank? Listen to me, family. Because life insurance cannot be taxed. Life insurance, it is a tax-free benefit to your heirs. Listen, whenever you save money on a monthly basis into a index universal life policy, a portion of that money that you pay monthly for that policy pays for the cost of insurance. Another portion of that policy builds equity in the policy. So as the policy years are going, year by year by year, guess what? When you go to withdraw money out of the policy, you're able to withdraw tax-free. Well, how can you withdraw tax-free? Because your 401k, you're not being taxed now. It's a tax-deferred program. Anybody on here to have a 401k, you know what I'm talking about. You're not being taxed now, but you will be taxed. So how do the wealthy get wealthy? This is one of many strategies that I'm going to share with you all. They dump hundreds and millions and thousands of dollars into these index universal life policies, not only for the purpose of if they were to pass, because some of you say I already have insurance, but can you imagine dumping on a monthly basis $300 a month or $500 a month, or every year you get your tax return, you dump 10 grand a year in? Why would you want to dump that kind of money into an index policy? Because it's a tax shelter. And because you're investing into the policy, into the index universal life insurance policy, the money that grows in the policy, Mike, Ella, it cannot be taxed because it's technically life insurance. Remember, life insurance can't be taxed. So if you have a policy called Index Universal Life, the money that's growing every single month, guess what? In 20 years when you're at retirement, let's say you were to save $1,000 a month. By the time you're at retirement, you have $500,000. So let's just say in the policy is $500,000 policy if you pass away. By the time you're at retirement, if you were to save $1,000 every single month, some of you are putting $1,000 a month in your bank account, $500 a month in your bank account. If you were to take those funds and discipline yourself on a monthly basis to put it into an index strategy, by the time you're in 20 years from now, remember, it depends on your age and your health. Hypothetically, you have $500,000 that you can pull from that the government cannot tax. Because the whole time it was growing under the umbrella of insurance. Are you guys getting any value for what I'm sharing right now? I absolutely love the Index Universal Life Insurance policy. And to be honest, guys, I have other insurances, but nothing's better than this index policy. Because if I die, my family gets paid. If I have a critical chronic illness, I can accelerate 90% from the policy while I'm living. And as I'm growing older, the money I'm contributing monthly is building me a tax-free retirement. That's a powerful product. That's a powerful product. That's a powerful product. It's curating 3 concerns. Americans today are afraid of outliving their money. Why work 20, 30, 40 years just to get to the end of your career to have to pay all these taxes? So for those of you all that have your 401k, you have other things that you do financially, like continue to do what you're doing. But I want to encourage you guys to get involved with seeing if you qualify for an index product. Okay, so I want you guys to get in contact with me. This is actually one of the brand new businesses that I am doing, and I'm excited to share this product with my audience because I'm always looking to bring you guys value. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and text the word index. The word index. Carl, I want to see. I'm 30. Maybe you may say, hey, I'm 45 years old. My date of birth is so-and-so. Hey, Carl, could you show me if I were to save in this index strategy $300 a month, where would I be in 20 years? How much money would I have for retirement, supplemental? Hey, Carl, I'm 55 years old. My date of birth is so-and-so. I can do $500 a month. Okay, where would I be by the time I'm 75? You all follow what I'm saying? So it's also based on your age. because the younger that you are, you can get a much better rating the younger that you are. Okay, so remember, guys, the wealthy, they shelter, dump loads of money in these particular policies for the purpose of tax shelters. All right, so if you're watching this live and you're interested and looking into seeing, first you have to know in your heart, are you serious about your future? Yes, it's monthly. Yes, this is your future, right? All right, so I would love to set up a Zoom appointment with you so that we can see your age, your date of birth, and I can help run the numbers, look at my chart, look at my illustration, and actually see, based on what you can contribute monthly, where you will be in 20, 30 years in terms of a supplemental retirement. All right, so just go ahead and text the word to 757-632-7002. Text index. Carl, I'm interested in looking into an index policy because I need to shelter some money. I need to shelter some money in these policies. Remember, this is what the banks are doing. The banks are taking our money and they're dumping money into index accounts. Okay, so thank you all so much for tuning in today. I just wanted to come on and let you guys know one of the ways that you can actually become your own bank, and that's by dumping and putting money into an index policy, because your money will not be taxed. All right, because the money is growing inside of a policy. Remember, life insurance cannot be taxed. It's really, really smart if you think about it. Because somebody asked me the other day, how can a person's money not be taxed? Well, if you're saving it inside of life insurance, that's the only way. What's up, Darvell? Good to see you, bro. Mike, good to see you. All right, let's go. So go ahead and text index. Say, hey, Carl, I would love to see, hey, maybe you're 25 years old and you say, you know what, in 20 years, you'll be 45, and maybe you want to see, hey, if I were to put away $300 a month, $500 a month, $800 a month, $2,000 a month, whatever you can do monthly, that's up to you. You may say, Carl, I would love to see the numbers. Where would my portfolio be by just disciplining myself? Remember, every dime of the money that's saved on a monthly basis in an index product, it's growing tax-free. All right, so I'm excited. I hope this live gave you guys just a little bit more information about Index Universal Life and the power of an IUL, Index Universal Life, and how it can assist you in three crucial areas of your life. If you were to pass away, your family gets a nice amount of money. If you were to get sick, critical chronic illness, you while you're living can accelerate up to 90% of the money from the policy to cover medical bills, your lifestyle, and then as you're getting older, the money that you're saving monthly, there's a cash equity part in the policy that grows tax-free. And a lot of wealthy people, they put in hundreds and millions of dollars every year into these index products because they want a tax shelter. And everyday families like myself, maybe like yourself, and maybe you say, man, I can't do millions, I can't do hundreds of thousands, but maybe you can do 300 a month. Maybe you can do 500 a month. It doesn't really matter the number, because I'm going to show you literally where, when you text a number, we'll talk and I'll pull up the numbers and I'll tell you, hey, if you were to save 300 a month and you were to be disciplined, this is based on the illustration. This is how much money you have at retirement. And if you don't like that number, then you need to up your number of your commitment monthly. Because I talked with a lady and she said, I only can do 200 a month. That's a good start. But I think she's 49. And I think by the time she was 60, she would have, I think, 70 grand, which is not bad. But obviously, the more you contribute monthly, the more you will have tax-free in your retirement years. So you want to text index. You want to text index to 757-632. Text index. Index, I-N-D-E-X, to 757-632-7002. Text index to 757-632-7002. Yeah, yes, Cedric. I'm gonna help you get set up on one of these index strategies, bro. Mike, I'm gonna help you get set up on one of these index products. Man, Mike, you're killing the game, bro. I'm proud of you, bro. What you're doing in your industry. You know, we grew up together. It's time for us, bro, to take advantage of these index products. You leave money behind for your son, your family. You get sick, you got money to access, accelerate. And God forbid, you know, something happens to you, you leave money behind. But these index strategies, you're able to build equity. So for those, hey, Miss Wilder, good to see you. So for those of you all that are just hopping on, I'm letting everyone know how to become their own bank. If you're on the line right now and you want to learn how to become your own bank, drop a number 1 in the chat. If you're listening to this live and you want to learn how to become your own bank, drop 1s in the chat. If you're on the live right now and you want to learn how to become your own bank, drop 1s in the chat. If you're watching this Facebook Live and you want to learn how to become your own bank, go ahead and drop some 1s in the chat for me. Go ahead and drop some 1s. Hey, Darville. Hey, Miss Vanetta. Leon, what's up, Leon? Somebody go ahead and drop some 1s. Go ahead and drop some 1s in the chat. Okay? So, guys, we're talking about becoming your own bank. Okay? Remember, the rich and wealthy, okay, they invest in Index Universal Life. What is Index Universal Life? Okay? So some of you, before you tell me this, I know. I get it. You may have coverage through your job, life insurance. You may have life insurance wherever. But I'm talking about a particular kind of policy that allows you to dump money in it and it grows tax-free. Okay? So at Index Universal Life Insurance Policy, it curates 3 things. Number 1, if you pass away, your family will get $250,000, $100,000, $500,000. Yes, be your own bank, Vanetta. It allows you to be your own bank, Vanetta. Absolutely. Thank you for your comment. Index Universal Life, if you pass away, which we're all going to die, your family gets a very sizable amount of money. Boom, number 1. Number 2, if you get sick, while you're living, if you have a critical illness, like chronic illness, heart attack, stroke, something very, very serious, you can go into the policy and accelerate a big chunk of money out of the policy while you're living to cover all of your expenses. But one of the greatest things I love about the Index Universal Life policy is this. The money I'm contributing every month, depending on how you structure it, the money I am contributing monthly, majority of that money, a portion pays for the cost of the policy. The $500,000 that you have, $100,000 life insurance policy, whatever you're paying monthly, whether it's $300 a month, $500 a month, $1,000 a month, whatever that is you're paying monthly, a portion of that monthly payment goes towards the policy. but a much bigger portion of that monthly goes towards the cash value, the cash accumulation. So let's say, for example, John is 35 years old. John says, hey, I'm 35, I'm in good health, I see the benefit of an IUL. If I die, my family gets paid. If I get sick, critical illness, whatever, I can take money out the policy. I'm loving this. But by the time I'm 65 years old, in 30 years, I will have $700,000, $800,000 in cash. The entire 30 years that he paid $500 a month, when he gets to age 65, he can put his hand on over $700,000. When he goes to withdraw the money, Mike, tax-free, because he didn't only save in a 401k, a mutual fund. Those are tax-deferred plans. So they may not tax you now, but they're going to tax you later. When you place money into an index universal life policy, when you go to withdraw money in your retirement years, you can withdraw before then, but remember, the purpose is for it to be a supplemental retirement, not for you to keep digging into every year or two. If your goal is for this to be a supplemental retirement, you got to have a long-term mentality, right? So I always tell people, only put in this monthly what you can see you not wanting to touch anytime soon, so that you can give time and allow the policy to mature and allow your money to really work. So when you're in your retirement years, when you go to withdraw those funds, remember, life insurance cannot be taxed. Life insurance is a tax-free benefit. So if your policy has a cash value accumulation component, index policies, guys, when you go to withdraw that money out of the policy, it's tax-free because it grew under the umbrella of life insurance. So my goal is really just to educate my community. Guys, I'm not telling anybody up here that you don't have things in order. I'm not telling anybody up here that I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm only telling you what's helping my family and what's helping my clients. All right? So when I meet with the family and they show me what they have, I congratulate that they're doing something. But I am 90% sure, chances are, they don't have an index universal life. Now, everyone can't qualify for an IUL or index universal life. Because it is life insurance, you have to be in decent health. You have to be in pretty good health to even get approved, because it's technically a policy. It's a life insurance policy. It is a policy. Okay? It just has a retirement supplemental component, but you have to be healthy. Okay? So for everybody on the live, you're in your 20s, you're in your 30s, you're in your 40s, you're in your 50s, maybe 60s, right? You may qualify for an IUL. All right, so go ahead and text the word index. Text index to 757-632-7002. Text the word index to 757-632-7002. You said, Carl, I would love to find out from you. I would love to find out from you based on my age, based on my health, based on what I can contribute monthly. Where would I be in 10 years, 20 years? All right, so just text the word index, and my staff and myself will contact you to get the information to you. So just text the word index. If you watch this live, if you're seeing this on YouTube, or you're seeing this recording, or if you're watching the live, just text the word index. You know what? I'm very interested in seeing how I can possibly get one of these strategies to add to my portfolio. Go ahead and text the word index. Text the word index to 757-632-7002. Text the word index to 757-632-7002. Vanetta put in the comments, index strategy is very powerful. Be your own bank. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Does anybody have any questions based on what I've shared? I believe I was very descriptive on the index product, the 3 benefits of the product. What you contribute monthly is all based on your goal. I mean, clearly, if you want to be, if you're in your 50s, if you're in your 50s, and by the time you're 80, you want to have $500,000. Okay, putting away $300 a month is not going to happen. You're going to need to put in more than that per month. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not here to sell you a dream. You know, I tell people, like, let's not wait till later in life and expect a miracle. That's why it's very important that when we're in our younger years, we start these strategies, all right? And if you're not in your younger years, I don't only offer Index Universal Life. I'm not a one-trick pony. However, I believe that this product is definitely a powerful strategy for the person that can benefit while they are younger and under the age of 50. Okay, if you're over the age of 50, we do annuities, rollovers. Maybe you have a 401k through your job, right? We have different strategies to show you where to roll that money over to, so that you can have tax-free strategies with index annuities. Okay, so all is not lost if you're of age now, but some of you may have annuities. Say, you know what? Maybe you won the lottery, or maybe you have $300,000 sitting in your teacher's retirement. Baby, you need to get that rolled over into an index annuity. All right, I'm licensed to help. I'm licensed to do that. Okay, tax-free strategies, absolutely. Ms. Wild, I'm loving your energy, sis. Loving your energy. So go ahead and text index. If this video intrigued you to say, I need to look at these index strategies, I want you to text index. Text the word index to 757-632-7002. Text the word index. Do it right now. Do it right now. Text index to 757-632-7002. Family, this is a phenomenal way to allow you to become your own bank. All right? God bless you and have a great day.